Hi guys, it's me, Wussey. Today we're at Universal Studios. We're going to do 2 parks in one day. So we're going to go to Universal Studios, maybe get the Hogwarts Express over to Islands of Adventure, and this will be our first time riding Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. I absolutely can't wait to go on this new ride. It looks super immersive, super thought out, and really, really thrilling. So let's go check it out. Now, one of the biggest decisions that you have to make in the morning when you get to Universal City Walk is, do you go right and head toward Universal Studios, which is their first park, or do you go left and head over to Islands of Adventure? That is the biggest decision. I think we're going to go against the crowd. We're going to go with Universal Studios, explore that. Generally, I think it may be quieter, and then we can hop on over via the Hogwarts Express and we'll go over to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure a bit later in the day. Let's see how we do for queues. Another really tough decision on the way to Universal Studios is, when is the best time to go to Voodoo Donut? Do you go for breakfast and lunch and dinner? Because I think I could probably do that. I could manage that. I could go 3 times a day. Hell, I could even go 4 times a day, 5 times a day. Any donuts, any time of the day, absolutely fine by me. Before you go into the park or on your way out, if you did want to get a picture with the famous Universal Globe, a lot of people end up going super close just here, and you have to wait for the perfect time for it to revolve around, but it's so close, it's so busy. So a little tip is actually, if you come further away, before you cross over the bridge towards the arches, oh, a boat going by, before you go over, if you stay here, you can see there's lots of open space right here, right by the water, looking out towards Islands of Adventure. You can come here, and that is the perfect place, super quiet, to get your picture with the Universal Globe. So our first ride of the day is going to be Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. This ride is great because you get to pick your own song that will be played just for you as you go round the ride. I tend to always end up with Black Eyed Peas for some reason, so let's see if I can find something else. Maybe I will survive. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. It's only a 20-minute wait for the standby. We've timed that really well. Before guests are allowed to ride this attraction, you do go through a metal detector, so you actually use the lockers that are free, that are provided just around here, before you go into the official entrance. And in these lockers you want to stick your bum bag, your cameras, your phones, your wallets, your keys, literally everything on you before you go through the metal detector. Like I said, the locker is completely free, and it just means everything's safe. You're not going to lose anything on the ride, and also nothing's going to fall out and hit you when someone else is on the ride going past you. Okay, so I am definitely my own worst enemy because I spent the whole time in the queue telling family who I'm with, who've never been on the ride. I was telling them about the song selection and you have so little time to pick a genre, pick an artist and pick what song you want. And I was preaching that to them about how quick you need to be and telling them that in the past I've always been too inquisitive, and I'll go through each genre and each artist, and then I'll go back and I'll check hip hop, and then I'll go back and I'll check rock music, then I'll check country, and I'm always running out of time. And I did exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. I wanted to see if there was any new song selections on there, and I went through them all. I just decided that I was going to pick Limp Bizkit, Rollin', Rollin', Rollin'. I was going to pick that song, and just as I decided, before I got to press it, I ran out of time, and I've got no idea what song I had on. The ride's brilliant. The only negative that I do have about it is the restraint that goes across your front. Every time we seem to come on this when I've just been on the beach, and I have a bit of sunburn on my fronts. Every time the ride jolts like that, it always pushes, and that was really hurting my sunburn. So maybe just watch out for that. It really does kind of push on your stomach area. So that's my only negative with this ride. Otherwise, it's pretty epic. Look at that. Woo! It looks like it's going upside down, but it's not. Look who it is, posing for us up here at Jimmy Fallon, Race Through New York. Oh yeah, he's doing the Wussey. Okay, so let's head on through. We're by King's Cross. Let's head on through to Diagon Alley. Here we go, see how busy it is, check out the crowds. Maybe go on a few rides, get some gifts. Quality Quidditch supplies. Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. The Leaky Cauldron is on the left. We've got some school robes on the left. Down there would be Ollivander's, which is just here. And Gringotts, the bank, is there with the dragon on top. Spooky! Escape from Gringotts is now a 40-minute wait. It's just gone up from 25. So we're gonna head on in here. See if we can escape in time. Okay, so let's head into Sugarplum's sweet shop. There's normally some really fun treats in here. Nice camera. Some really nice treats in here, so I'm going to check these out. Let's come on this side. Ooh, yeah. So, flavoured jelly beans. Exploding bonbons. They sound very dangerous. This is the section I like. Ooh, look, you get the cauldron cake. Pumpkin cake, that sounds fun. Another cauldron cake there. Oh, this is what I had before, the pumpkin pasty. Ginger, is that Narut cookie? Chocolate dipped pretzel one. The witch's hat cupcake, that looks amazing. Oh, look at these. No melt ice cream. So many delicious treats, gonna have to decide what to get. So the decision has been made. We're gonna get a pumpkin pasty, a ginger newt cookie, and the cauldron cake, which does actually come, it does come in the box, and you get a spoon with it. You can't actually eat the cauldron, so you have to dip inside. So yeah, and then apparently the recipe is on the underside of the box, so you can then make it at home. It's chocolate cake with frosting on top. We've got our snacks, and now we've come to the hopping pot because it's time to get Butterbeer. You got Butterbeer, frozen Butterbeer, Tong Tang lemon squash, Otter's fizzy orange juice, lots of, oh, is it Gilly water? Butterbeer ice cream as well, so there's lots of fun things here. So we are now gonna get our drinks. Oh, sorry. Have I got something on my face? So now I'm going to try the pumpkin pasty that we got from the sweet shop down the way. That was mainly just pasty. Just been that, let's try a bit more. It's alright. It's not as good as what I remember being. The inside actually looks a bit like, it looks a bit like a curry, like a sweet curry on the inside, but it is pumpkin. It's quite nice. It's not as good as I remember it being 2 years ago when I last tried this. So I'll carry on with this and we'll try something else. Here it is. It's Dora the Explorer here at Universal Studios, having a whale of a time with her backpack. Hi Marilyn. Looking very good. Hey look, it's Duck. Oh, and Betty Boop is out and about. Looking lovely, Betty. What's Duck doing? What is he doing? Is he trying to time travel? He's there, he saw us, he saw us. And look, who's over here? Scooby-Doo.
Oh, that's like way less than what we had at Crystal Cove. We should go hang out with
Hey Scooby.
Awesome. Hey, if you see anything Scooby over here, will you let me know?
The journey certainly does continue. There's an hour-and-a-half wait for the Hogwarts Express, so we're going to walk out to City Walk and go over to Islands of Adventure and check out Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. So we're just walking by on our way through the edge of City Walk, heading to Islands of Adventure, and just in case you didn't know, this is the entrance to Blue Man Group. If you go through, go around here, there is actually a secret entrance that will get you into Universal Studios. It's not open all the time, so it's not always guaranteed. But if you do want a shortcut, maybe on your way out or on your way in, you can always head down this way toward the Blue Man Group building there in the background, head round to the right, and that is the secret entrance that not many people know about. Beat the queues. I mean, if Charlie and the Chocolate Factory could exist in the real world, I think it would exist in the Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savoury Feast Kitchen. The adventure begins. Welcome to Islands of Adventure. Always obsessed with this entrance, the music, and of course when I turn the corner and see the Incredible Hulk. But we're going to head right and head over to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. There he is, the Incredible Hulk, one of my favourite views in all of Orlando. I could stand here for hours and watch this going round. So we've made it all the way to Hogsmeade. It's still snowing here. Freaky weather, such freaky weather in Orlando. Snow everywhere in Hogsmeade. And there's the Hogwarts Express. So we have made it to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. But guess what? It's closed due to the weather. We're gonna have to wait for the storm to pass before we can go on this baby. We're gonna pop into the Three Broomsticks, grab some lunch, come back out and see if Hagrid's is reopened.
They're clever and useful, they are. Right, off you go. We'll meet at the edge of the Forbidden Forest. We'll have to rip up the Snooks before they set fire to anything else. They just don't know what they're doing.
Oh, no, there's no need for that. We should probably head back to drink something.
Galloping gorgons! Arthur warned me about those bikes, but I didn't think they'd take all of you to the Forbidden Forest. Just hang on! Oh, and don't mind Fluffy. His marks are worse than his bites. No, don't panic, I'll just, oh no. Looks like you've lost power. Oh, I've got you, don't worry. Repairable. Oh, you found my missing screws. Best be getting you out of here before you get blasted. Now, hit those purple buttons. Hold on. Dragonfire's got a kick. There's a unicorn, and look, she's a really lucky thing to see such a sight in the wild.
So I've just been on Hagrid's Magical Creatures motorbike adventure for my very first time. Queued for absolutely ages, but it is totally worth it. Oh my wow, there it goes, there it goes. Oh my wow, seriously good. It's so immersive. The zooms that you get, the launches, there's so many launches within it, they're sensational. And just that freedom you feel. I sat on the motorbike side, there is a sidecar which is slightly lower, but oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't want to give too much away. You probably can watch lots of videos online of people filming the rides, but wow, if there is a long wait, it's worth it. That has blown my mind. Just walking on by past Hogwarts, making my way over to Jurassic Park, which is just over here. Want to check out the river adventure because over in Hollywood they have changed the Jurassic Park river adventure ride to Jurassic World. So I want to see if I can go on this version here just in case it then closes and they change it all to the Jurassic World ride. So I'm going to try and go on this ride potentially one more time. And in case you weren't aware, a lot of Jurassic Park is currently boarded up because there is a lot of construction work happening all here. You can see the Jurassic World logo is there, but this entire walkway is boarded up either side, fenced off. There's a lot of work going on. Supposedly we are getting a Jurassic World roller coaster, but officially that hasn't been announced. But we're still making our way over to the Jurassic Park River Adventure. And whilst all the work is going on, the Raptor Encounter has now moved to over on this side, just next to Pizza Predatoria. We have made it to River Adventure. Let's just see how long the standby line is. And the standby line is 15 minutes. So we're gonna go on it. The 15-minute wait possibly is going to be a 5 to 10 minute wait. We've walked straight through to here and this is where you get on the boat. So it's such a tiny queue. We've timed that pretty well. We did it! We survived the Jurassic Park River Adventure, but just about a T-Rex tried to eat me. Dudley-Do rides Ripsaw Falls, where you go through the water and get drenched. Well, you do get your big award ceremony at the end. We've come round to Skull Island, Reign of Kong. I don't hate this ride, but I actually think the queue is much better than the actual ride itself. It's only a 15-minute wait. That's actually really good. It's normally an hour and a half minimum, so 15 minutes, I don't mind doing it for 15 minutes, but I probably wouldn't queue an hour or an hour and a half for this one, but I do like the queue. So even though I did just say I wouldn't really want to go on King Kong, here I am in the queue, going on King Kong. That's my life.
Yo, you gotta remain in your seats.
The supplies for Team 2?
Yeah, Millie, on the way. Holy cow! He's right in front of us! Nobody panic!
Okay, so I've just come off Kong, and what I would say is this: if you can go on with such a short wait like that, we only did 15 minutes, if that, then it's totally worth it. I just think if maybe the line was getting to an hour and a half or 2 hours, I think there's probably better things you could be doing with your time. That's just my thoughts. So if it's pretty much a walk on, or 15, even half an hour, I'd say go for it. So it's getting darker and darker. All the crowds are gathering for the projection show on the castle, but we're heading to the attraction with a 15-minute wait. Let's pop into Honeydukes here in Hogsmeade. See what treats we can find in here. Oh my goodness me. Well, if you want something colourful, you're sure to find it in here. There is sweets everywhere. Oh, what is this? Eyeball bonanza. Or you can get a sugar quill. And here they are. Here's the chocolate frog, which is $12 or 3 for 30. Chocolate frog, famous from the film. Something that was on the other side, we've got the dipped crisped rice treat. I love a rice treat. The pumpkin pasta that I had earlier, and the ginger nut cookie. Ooh, I might try a pretzel wand this time. Or what about some pumpkin cake? Or Honeydukes apple. That looks so pretty. So that wraps it up for our day at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. All in all, a really great day. We got on so much in the end, even considering we spent so much time in the queue for Hagrid's Magical Creatures motorbike adventure. It was totally worth it. So that's it. So bye from me, Wussey.